But for me, when I look at Isaiah, I see God's heart for humanity. I see God's heart for me, for my soul, for your soul, for the whole world. And not just because he was from the streets. That's Jesus' heart for everyone, whether we're rich or whether we're poor, to take our soul from being nothing to wasting away, to breathing full life into it. The mother, the birth mother of the baby, she had grown up here on the streets of Houston, had never been mothered by her own mother, and honestly, she is a street kid who never got rescued. So normally on a Wednesday night, this parking lot where we are right now has about up to 200 young people. They're homeless, they're prostitutes, they're gangbangers, they're drug addicts, and they live in and around this area, and they come here on a Wednesday night, and we have a time of worship, we have a speaker, and then we have a time where they can get some food, some pregnancy testing, and just general help, clothing, formula, diapers. And one Wednesday night in 2005, it was around October, I think it was in October, we were down here, and I was actually standing right here feeding, and I looked over to the other side of the parking lot where there were a number of people gathered, but on one of the chairs was a small little bundle of blankets, and I thought that it was moving, and so, to be honest, I thought that maybe it was a puppy wrapped up in a blanket. So I came out from behind the table and went over to the chair, and I picked up the bundle, and it was soaking wet. The blankets were wet, and they had just a real strong stench off them. So I began to unwrap the blankets, and it was a really tiny baby. Of the baby was just slightly around the corner, away from where we were standing, and so she came over, and obviously the baby was not in any state to go away from here with the mom, and she knew that. He was also been dipping his binkies, which actually also have mold in them, dipping them in hot sauce so as to toughen him up, she said, to toughen him up. And when he cried or wanted to suck his hand, she would also dip his hands in hot sauce. So she asked us if we would take the baby. She knew that she couldn't take care of him, and so we offered to take him for a number of weeks so that she could try to get herself back on track. What God has shown me through Isaiah's story, he is the most amazing blessing to our family. I mean, often people say, oh, that's such a great thing you did to take him into your home, and honestly, we don't feel like that at all. He has been the most amazing blessing to our family. He is like the finishing touch to our family. He's so amazing.
About a year and a half later, when we were standing before the judge finalizing the adoption papers, the judge asked me, what does it feel like, what is it like to be Isaiah's father? And I couldn't, I couldn't speak it audibly, so I counted a real honor that God entrusted Isaiah into our care, and he's been just a real blessing to us.
the whole process has taught me so much about God's heart for us as humans, and the way that Isaiah has been rescued from, honestly, certain deaths here on the street. And it's such a strong picture for me of how God has breathed life into his physical body and given him life and joy. He's the most joyous kid. He brings joy to everyone who meets him. And how Jesus breathes life into our soul and offers us life.